So here's how to get a return offer from your internship. This is going to be a step-by-step guide. So getting a return offer from your internship is more achievable than most people think. And I know this firsthand because when I interned at Verizon, I turned that around once that one summer into a return offer for the following year and then converted that into a full-time job. And here's exactly how I did it and how you can do the same. So the reality is that, most almost every company wants to give you the return offer. Now it seems very counterintuitive, but just hear me out. Um, if they brought you on and you perform well, of course they want to bring you back. That mindset alone is what sets you apart before you even walk in the door. Like if you walk in there and you're like, "Oh, I'm not gonna get the return offer. I'm not gonna get the return offer," then like 9 times out of 10 you won't get it because you're just preparing not to get it. But here is the mindset that you should have. You should go in there and think that, okay, I'm going to get it and I have to work a little bit harder than everyone else or a little bit more than everyone else, but I'm going to get it. And I'm going to walk you through like exactly what you need to do and exactly what I did. So the very first week, right? So you want to set the foundation. So you want to meet with your manager and establish clear goals. So in the first week, like find 30 minutes to an hour to sit down with your manager. And the goal of this meeting is very simple. It's to understand what success looks like for your internship. So get the baseline performance goal on paper so you know exactly what you're working towards. And then once you have that goal and you've had that one-on-one with your manager, then what you want to do is do one-on-ones with every person on your team. So this is the most underrated piece of advice you will hear, but you want to set individual meetings with every person on your team and one level above. So the purpose here is not to, talk shop. It's like genuinely just to get to know them as people. Like ask about their hobbies, what they care about outside of work, what their interests are. Of course, you want to stay professional in this, but build real connections. Like try to connect. Like say someone else likes shoes, you like shoes, like talk about that, right? Say someone else likes investing, you like investing, you can talk about that. And these relationships will carry you further than any single project, or like you guys working on the same project. Like these conversations will move the needle more. Like trust me, bro, like trust me when I'm saying this, okay? And if it's a larger company, make the effort to introduce yourself to surrounding teams as well. I know it's a little bit time consuming, but try to aim for 30 minutes, just a quick chat. Like it's literally a coffee chat, but you're not trying to get anything out of them. Like don't be needy, more so just, be on the same level as them and talk to them as a colleague, not like you're wanting something from them. That just comes off, it just gives very negative energy if you're needy. But instead, if you like talk to them as an equal, that's when real connections will get unlocked. And then the third thing here is you want to request an introduction to your skip level manager. So do not schedule this one on your own. That would come across as bypassing your manager. Instead, you want to go to your direct manager and say something like, hey, I would love to introduce myself to blah, blah, blah. Like, say Bob is like your skip level manager. And skip level basically means like the person who's above your manager, like your manager's manager. And say it's Bob, right? And you would ask, hey, so I would like to introduce myself to Bob. Would that be all right? Your manager will almost always say yes. And if they don't, it may be because Bob is super busy or Bob like is out of office or whatever. Just, just have that conversation with them. And it signals initiative without crossing any lines. Like you were eager to meet people higher up and just to, get to know them, right? And it's not like you're begging for a job or anything. Like you just joined, right? So you just want to introduce yourself. And that kind of seeds like you inside of their mind. Like if you perform well, which I'm gonna get to a bit later, but like basically you're just making yourself known, right? That's the biggest thing. And then how to actually exceed expectations. So once you understand your baseline goal, as we've said in step one, the mission will shift. So you just don't want to meet that baseline goal. That is like child's play at that point for you. You want to exceed it. And the formula for this is pretty straightforward. And here's what I did. You want to take your baseline goal and aim for 20 to 30% above it. I personally aim for 50%, but the minimum you should do is 20 to 30%, 50% if you're like very, very ambitious. So in practice, here's what it looks like. So again, I'm not just spitting out numbers, I'm actually going to show you like how to actually do it here. So if you're expected to ship one feature over the course of 3-month internship, say that one feature is like, say for example, it's like the airdrop for Apple. Like I know airdrop has a lot of stuff, but it's like one small subset of airdrop. You want to finish that early, and then in the first month or two, and then move on to the second feature, like do another feature. Now, even if you don't finish that second feature, you've already exceeded expectations. You're supposed to be focusing on one thing, like you're supposed to just focus on that one feature and get it done, but you delivered it completely and you started something new. Now, if you finish the second feature and you begin a third, that's like exceptional. That's like exceptionally exceeds or whatever. But with AI coding tools like Claude Code available today, it's genuinely within reach. Like if you had said that a few years ago, probably wouldn't be realistic. But now with Claude Code and other AI tools, plus you being an engineer and you being ambitious, like you watching this video, I know that you're ambitious. So you being ambitious will definitely make that possible. Now the key rule here is you never want to rush through the first feature just to get the second one for the sake of it. You want to finish it properly, test it thoroughly, follow all the engineering principles. Quality matters. And then once the first deliverable is fully complete at a high standard, then you can move forward with it. So think of it like a video game, right? You want to speed run the baseline goal and the bigger rewards, and then the second feature, a third, and ultimately a return offer unlock naturally, right? So one thing, another piece of advice, so this is like free sauce, use every resource available to you. I see so many interns not doing this. Like even when I did it, like some of my peers, they didn't use every resource available to them and they got blocked or stuck a lot. So you don't have to figure this out all on your alone, or all on your own. You have access to AI tools, right? You can use Claude Code, you can use ChatGPT, you can use Stack Overflow. You have these resources and tools. So you want to be self-sufficient, as well as you have internal documentation. You can leverage that, and most importantly, you have experienced engineers on your team who've been doing the same work for years. Like think about it, right? If you're given a task, most likely an engineer knows exactly how to do it. The reason why they gave you that task is to kind of like make you dip your toes into like the lake, or just to get your feet wet, as they say. So obviously it's not going to be like super complicated. It might be complicated at the start, but I promise you, like people on your team will know exactly what to do. But so you want to lean on them, right? So ask them for help when you need it, and also offer help in return when they need it. And this is how you build these real relationships and not just professional ones. If you're the one who's always getting help from them, but you never give help yourself, then that's not going to work out either. And then here's how to really ask for the return offer without actually asking. So at the halfway point of the actual internship, you want to request to check in with your manager. So don't ask for the return offer directly. That puts them in an uncomfortable position and can usually backfire. So instead, what you want to do is ask this specific question, like pull out a sticky note right now and write this down. What areas do you think I can improve on? And what would make me a strong candidate for a return offer? See, with this, it accomplishes two things. First of all, it shows that you're thinking about the future and taking your performance seriously. And it also opens the door for your manager to naturally advocate for you without you ever having to make the ask outright. So you're not asking like, can I have the return offer? I want to return. I want to return. I want to work here. You're not being needy. Instead, you're asking how you can improve and what would make you a stronger candidate. Like that's what I personally asked. And my manager was upright. Like she was really cool. She was like, yeah, we want you back. Like that's, she was very blunt. Some managers might be, some might not be, but yeah. So here is the complete summary, okay? Week 1. You want to meet your manager, establish your baseline goal, Schedule one-on-ones with your whole team. Introduce yourself with your skip level, again, the way we discussed it. And then throughout, you want to exceed your baseline goal by 20 to 50%, and then finish deliverables with quality, and then push further. And then at the halfway point, check in with your manager and ask what would make you a stronger candidate for a return offer. That's the full playbook that I used. And internships are generally designed to convert. So perform well, build those real relationships and connections, and your manager has every reason to bring you back. If you found this helpful, you can like, and I'll see you in the next one.